A new dating app is launched. Instead of a photo of the person, it shows you a photo of their bedroom, car, kitchen, shoes, how they have their tea/coffee, things like that. What photo would tell you the most about someone, and would you be most interested to see to choose a potential date? The subreddits they're subscribed to. Time to unsub from r/DragonSuffingCars, Reddit link. Well crap, that's a real sub. Well, why did I click that? I read the title, I knew what was going to happen and I still clicked it. How they load the dishwasher. This alone would weed out the psychopaths. I'm one of those people that hyper-optimizes the dishwasher, ensuring maximum space efficiency. I assume that I am the psychopath in this equation. Can you come talk some sense into my wife? My ex-wife thought the dishwasher was like a magic box that would clean anything put inside it regardless of spacing. She thought items could touch and even be stacked. Often she'd have something block the path of the upper sprinkler, so it couldn't spin. I always had to rewatch the dishes. She also thought cleaning meant stuffing any clutter into drawers and closets, regardless of where anything actually belonged. A room could look tidy, but behind every closet door and in every drawer was a mess of unimaginable dimensions. Edit. Thanks for the gold and all the upvotes, all y'all made my day. And, yes, rewash auto-corrected to rewatch, but I'm leaving it as is. I am constantly finding things like ladles and Tupperware facing up so they fill with dirty water. Also, my boyfriend puts huge pots in the dishwasher, ones that take up the entire bottom rack, instead of just giving them a quick rinse in the sink. Drives me nuts. Misread ladles as ladies. Thought you meant that ladies did these things until I read it again XD. I'm a big clean bedroom person. I know everyone would just tidy their room for their photo, but if it was honest, it'd be really handy for me. My therapist told me that one of her patients was depressed, so he didn't clean his room for months. Anyway, she asked him to see a picture of his room and that made him clean it up because he was too ashamed. I've been there numerous times. The only time I would shower was when I had appointments at the hospital. Same with cleaning up the apartment. I'd be comatose 99% of the time until I had someone coming to visit. Then I was on autopilot cleaning like my life depended on it. Yup. I wasn't doing as well with showering before my therapist appointments, and I guess it got kind of noticeable. That's what finally got me on meds. One of the most miraculous things to ever happen to me. Like, I still have depression and anxiety, but I'm functional. I feel like I'm 19 again. I'm in this comment and I don't like it. Which is a good reason for me to ask people to come over so I have a reason to tidy up. My New Year's resolution is to have my house clean enough to not be embarrassed by a random person dropping by. It's a work in progress. Getting a dog did it for me. Constantly counter surfing, so I installed a dishwasher. Grabbing socks off the floor so the clothes go in a hamper. Grabbing random items off the coffee table so they get tucked away. I got a Roomba that works great for me since I need to keep the floors clean. When they're clean, it's so much easier to keep the rest of the place clean. Also doesn't poop in the house. That's actually why I get a cleaning lady to come by weekly. I just moved to a new city, so I don't have anyone to invite over, but having to make sure my house isn't a hoarding garbage dump so she can clean well is keeping me in a much better state of mind. Well worth the small investment. Edit. I mean every other week when I say bi-weekly, not twice a week. I have a friend who doesn't clean for his cleaning lady. He's a mess. Like leaving chicken bones in the sink and dirty clothes and dishes everywhere. Once, I picked him up at like 3:30 on a Friday to go out bar hopping, and I asked him if he wanted to maybe tidy up before we left just in case he wanted to bring someone back to his place later, and that's when he told me, "Oh, cleaning lady will be here in like 15 minutes. I was silently embarrassed for him. I used to clean for someone like that. She was scared of most people. Her home was hoarder level dirty. I would come back and it was like that again. She is finally better now. One of the nicest ladies you could meet. She is actually too generous, so I quit visiting, so I can't let her give me too much. My dad is a hoarder, and the only way he will get rid of anything is to give it away. I clean his home for him a few times a year and go through each item. I have baskets and boxes laid out for thrift store, metal scrapyard, stuff I want aka will be secretly thrown out. I just wanted you to know that if she gives you stuff, it is her way of letting go of things. It can be very difficult mentally for hoarders to give up these items because they think it may have a use later or they overinflate its importance. Knowing that it is going to a good home helps them let go. Thank you. I try to be very mindful of the impact it has on her. Thank you for the insight. I felt I was taking advantage of her at some point, but this makes more sense. That was good insight. I never thought of it that way before. You both sound like top-notch women, very kind too. That's why our /neckbeard nests is not funny or pathetic to me, just so sad. Especially the youngsters who still live at home and whose parents are obviously not okay either. Reddit link. There are a ton of subs on Reddit at the moment that revel in mocking the biggest losers in society. I used to partake, but now I realize it's absolutely lacking in compassion. It's actually just really sad for those guys that they are like that when they could be functioning members of society. I like the times when that sub is supportive of other users to clean their rooms. That's what I like to see there. Yeah man, support sub. The other day a girl posted her ex's room there and she got scolded for bashing him while she was obviously fine with it while dating him. Considering how many people don't bother to spruce up their appearance for Tinder photos, I'd bet most would not clean their house for this app's photos. I hope you like piles of laundry thrown everywhere. A good floor trope. To be honest, I just need an audio file of them chewing. Oh no. If this was the case, I would have never given my wife a chance. I love her like no other, but she is such a loud chewer. Make it video. Do they chew with their mouth open? Also, do they slurp shutter? I'm sorry, we'll never be together. Their bathroom. I feel like I judge a person on the state of it. I feel uncomfortable if it's in a state of really uncleanliness due to you using it to be clean. Also if their towels are constantly damp. Edit, change spelling from there to there. I've always told my friends that when having company over, especially if it's a date, that the first and foremost thing they'll be judged on is the state of the bathroom, whichever they use. Dated a guy with roommates, 2 of which shared a very dirty bathroom with him. Hair and dirt all over the counter, toilet, tub. I chalked it up to having to share with roommates because his bedroom was okay. One day I cleaned the bathroom so we might have a romantic bath later. We were chilling with the roommates and I had to pee, so I went to the now clean bathroom, but there was very little toilet paper and no spare rolls in sight. Went back to the den area and asked where I might find some. He just sort of shrugged and was like, I don't know. His roommates just stared at him. One of the roommates found a roll somewhere so I could pee and not have to wipe with the cardboard roll, and I left a short time later. We dated for a few months, and I think this was a pretty solid indication of his lazy, inconsiderate interior under a charming, romantic exterior. This is always the first thing I clean if I find out someone is coming over last minute and don't have enough time to tidy everything. Next is the kitchen. It's fine to have a couple dishes in the sink, but all surfaces should be clean/wiped down. After that, I'll feel pretty at ease with someone at my place. I look for hand soap next to the sink. If they don't have it, they don't wash their hands. Ew. Edit, typos. Thank you. Had to scroll far too long to find this. I was over at a friend's house during law school. Maybe fancied her a little, but was mostly just helping her move. Got to the bathroom and I was absolutely effing horrified. Turned off any romantic feelings I had for her immediately. Which, it turns out, was a good thing. I went over to a guy's house after a first date, used his bathroom, and immediately left. I have literally never seen a bathroom in someone's house so gross in my life. The whole house was disgusting, but the bathroom. I almost threw up. Also the fact that he was comfortable bringing a girl back to his house looking like that. He texted me later about why I left and I told him, and he argued with me about how it's okay, because he's a guy. Like it's normal for men to live in absolute filth. I told him no one, regardless of gender, should be living that way. And then I never texted him again, because he truly believed it was okay to live in squalor and filth because he is a man. F no. I have a super terrible sense of smell, but once I went to a guy's house after a first date and immediately the scent of unwashed laundry and bed sheets slammed me in the face. He then proceeded to play the guitar for an hour until I stood up and proclaimed, "I have to go feed my cat." And left. I just want to see if the TP roll has a beard or a mullet. That's all I need to know about a person. Their kitchen sink. Because a kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, okay, friend? For me, their kitchen cupboard. What food do they like, and presumably cook? Are they on a special diet? What brands do they prefer? Do they have decent coffee? Do they stock up on stuff like long life milk and basics like baked beans and tinned tomatoes? My kitchen cupboards are essentially a wide variety of spices and oils and vinegars. My fridge is mostly water and beer and condiments. I meal prep every week and don't keep snacks around because I'll snack all day. Really, I'd like to see their coffee collection, recipe list, and kitchen appliances, to make sure we like the same coffees, like to try and collect new recipes, and like to use a wide variety of appliances to try new foods. Long life milk, what is that? Edit. I have no idea why I blanked on that. Thanks for the detailed explanations, guys. And, I'll be sticking to my oat milk. Milk that doesn't need to be stored in the fridge until it's opened. It is normally kept as a backup for when/if the normal milk runs out, except if you're French, because they seem to use long life milk as the norm. Long life milk in Sweden is a cow. If you don't drink the milk within a week, you will have bad yogurt. I would never marry my wife if I knew how the room looked. Feels like a scene from Indiana Jones some days. Instead of snakes, cats jump at from under piles of stuff. Same. My wife is the biggest slob. Like, she seriously doesn't know how to put anything back where it goes or put new things in a place. It's just piles of stuff on every horizontal surface. Right now, since we got home from work on Friday, here are the contents of our coffee table: a heated rice bag, a bottle of honey, a tape measure, the Valentine's card I gave her, a chair slipcover still in the package, pet nail clippers, 2 separate stacks of McDonald's napkins, a guitar tuner, and a Sherwin-Williams paint swatch. That table was clear on Friday morning. We had already developed something special before I got to, see her place. Lama, my girl, used to be horrified of me surprising her at her place when we first started dating. Now that we've lived together for almost 4 years, I know she is a messy little crap, leaving garbage out on the counter, in the sink, food/drink left in the rooms attracting bugs. I put my foot down on the bug situation, and so did she when she saw what she was doing. So, as a comp, we get together every couple or few days, put on some coffee and music and clean the house. It's easier to do it together, even if it is mostly her mess we are cleaning up. Same aspect with her laundry. She has literally 5 big hamper full of clothes on the couch that's been sitting there for weeks, and I separate my stuff because it takes up 2 hampers, and she wonders why she still gets mad when I don't separate her shirts from pants from etc. She still don't understand when I said the first time, "I ain't ya effin' maid." You're a godsend for doing this with her. My best friend is wonderfully organized, and she didn't understand how much trouble I had with organizing until she was helping me move and saw me stare at a tiny pile of pens and shirts and some miscellaneous things because my brain was too overwhelmed to figure out where they should go. It's such a stupid problem I can't get around, but she was able to give me direction on what I should do with each bit. It's so helpful. Dude, seriously. My house isn't trashed, garbage is in the garbage can, dishes are generally clean or in the dishwasher, etc., just terribly cluttered because I can't organize things to save my life. I have a wonderful knack for going straight back to a thing I laid down weeks ago in a random spot to make up for it, but keeping horizontal surfaces free of random not garbage bits and bobs is a gigantic challenge for me. Just because this was me, you or your wife might be interested in learning about hoarding tendencies and I was just a clutter bug for years, then depression knocked me into hoarding, and now I have a really nice and clean house. My brain processes items differently. I had to understand that and try dozens of systems to figure out how I can operate with my stuff. I am so much happier now. As someone with and terrible clutter control issues, can agree. I completely recommend r/hoarding for a good chat on strategies. You don't have to be as bad as a TV hoarder to find some good ideas. Frankly, A lot of TV-level hoarders are too stuff-blind to join a Reddit group on the topic. So, there are tons of family members of hoarders online for the worst hoards. Reddit link. Yet another ADHD person with clutter problems checking in. Purging a ton of my stuff slowly and donating to Goodwill has helped a bit, but it's a daily struggle that hasn't been completely fixed. The real discovery for me was realizing how much I was buying. I was buying a lot of stuff, trying to be someone. I had to figure out I wasn't happy, and I was inspirationally shopping to make the happy person picture work. Turns out, happiness isn't available on Amazon. P. I second this. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD until I was an adult, but I've learned strategies and coping mechanisms to be better about the many symptoms of ADHD, such as clutter. For example, I keep my shoe rack by the front door where the pile of shoes used to collect. The last 6 meals they cooked. I wouldn't have documentation going that far back. What's the longest documentation you have to impress user the snappy chicken? Reddit link. 1. Noodles with tomato sauce and sausage. Noodles with tomato sauce and sausage. Noodles with tomato sauce and sausage. Fish. Noodles with potato sauce and sausage. I don't remember. Edit. Never expected a stupid list with a funny typo would be my most upvoted comment. Thanks. Potato sauce? Vodka. Holy crap, I love this so much. I'm now only calling it potato sauce. He just mixes pasta with mashed potatoes. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.